Hi Sandy, this is your instructional video. I'm going to disassemble and kind of show you how to reassemble your itemaki, because I'm going to completely disassemble it for your packaging so that it arrives perfect. And also your screw down here, I'm going to teach you how to place, assemble, and disassemble your rocker arm just for your own storage. I don't know where you'll keep it in your home, but I like to take the rocker arm off and put it in a safe place because I have a toddler. So here's how you do it. Alright, so down here I have my Phillips head screwdriver. This one's rather large. If you have a chunky Phillips head, you can use that. And all you'll do is you'll just get your screw loose. Can't hand do it yet here. So you'll just get it loose. And you'll take out the original leather dampener. These are really easy to make too, out of leather or rubber if you want to. This is the original piece. It looks like it's old leather. I find that using leather or rubber dampens the sound when the rocker arm moves back and forth. So, and I chose a screw that would match the enameled wire on your eyelets. And then down here, let me zoom in here. Try to focus the camera here. Okay, so down here, this is the original wire eyelet that will attach your rocker arm. And then this is just like a springy piece of wire that I made just to go underneath. You don't have to use it. I just thought it was pretty. And then I made a glue like circle here. I used super glue here, or wood glue, some kind of glue. I just wanted to have a perfect little eyelet there. I kind of went around the piece of metal so that every time I put it in there, the screw would completely match up there in the hole, if you can see the little hole there. So every time you put it down in there, it'll kind of fit in there. And then down here, this is a pin. So you'll just remove the pin. Might have to hold it and kind of wiggle it. This just keeps it in place so that the rocker arm has a perfect, I might need to go get a pair of pliers real quick. Pause the video. Okay, so I have my pliers here. These are some old broken pliers, but I think they're needle nose. Any pliers will do. So you'll just take this, don't want to hurt your fingers, and you'll just gently, you know, move it back and forth. You'll feel it come out. And it goes through both pieces of wood. And this is an original part. Just like that. And I'm sure that you can find a, maybe like a pin or a nail. There's some really pretty like sewing pins that you can find that are like brass, and they've got the round heads. Okay, so now that that's out, let me move this to the left a little. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around so that you can see the removal of the rocker arm. Make a little bit more sense if you see it from the front. So down here in the front is where the rocker arm joins down inside. So you'll just remove it like that, and then your rocker arm is free. And then your wire will be loose. There's really not a way to, I don't want to remove it just because it's inside of a gear. Down here you'll see. So I would just leave the wire when you have it in storage. Okay, so on to the Itemaki. So up here, move the camera again. So this little wooden pin here, you'll just remove that. And up here is where the bobbin comes out of the gears, just kind of like a flyer. And these little metal pins are what hold, oops, sorry about that, hold the Itemaki into this axle here, which has the gear. This is how it moves with the cranks. So all you're going to do is you're just going to jiggle this out. It's a very light jiggle. And then it comes out. Really pretty shape. Okay. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to move the Zakuri to the table so I can show you how to disassemble and reassemble your Itemaki. Okay, so this is how to assemble and disassemble and then reassemble your Itemaki. So I'm going to do a video here. I'm just going to show you how it looks right now. You'll see the inscriptions. This is very old Japanese. Very curious to know what it all says and what it all means, because I just think it's lovely. Okay, so the two inscriptions here, which I hate to, this is very insensitive, but it looks like a hashtag, and then this one kind of looks like a little house with a person. So I know that this is going to go on the right side, these two inscriptions here, and then there's only one inscription that's going to be on the back, here and here. So here's the pound sign again, and the house, but there's no person. And this pound sign is next to another inscription here. So I know that it's different from these inscriptions. So there's a pound sign with no inscription, and then this writing here, this is the right side. And then this is the back side. So house with no person, hashtag is only on one side and not the other. So here we go. You're just going to jiggle your Itemaki. It's kind of like a puzzle. And then this piece will come out. And then you'll just jiggle it again. Just like that. Just like so. Okay. So now that these are out, this one comes out good. You just gotta jiggle it out there. So to reassemble, just have to pay attention to the writings here. It'll be like a puzzle for me too. get it closely in there as you can. And then, so this one is pound sign. So this is going to go to the right. This will be the right side. So now we need to find the house with the person. There it is. The house with the person. So this one is going to go like this. See that? And see how the cuts are opposite of each other? That means that we're going to place these. We have to find the right side. So these are going to go like this to fit inside. And then, well, before we do that, we should probably put the other corners on. Now these corner pieces here, these don't really matter what side you put them on. You can kind of play around with them. Like if one doesn't fit snugly, try another one. And if one's too snug, then try a different one than that. So like this one feels like it's gonna fit good. And it to be nice and snug, because when you get your silk on here, silk will, it's very strong, you know that. It will keep everything nice and tight for you. So don't be afraid if it's a little bit loose. You don't want them too loose, because then they'll, you know, if you're cranking it without anything on there, they'll kind of come loose. Let's see if I can. There we go. So see how I just changed that around there? Try different ones here. Perfect. So that's a perfect match there. So there's the first thing there, and then we will put on our, let's see what side we're going to do this. There we go. So that doesn't fit into here. It doesn't feel right, so I'm going to maybe flip it. Still doesn't, there we go. Perfect fit. And then we'll place the other one just like that down there. So that feels perfect. Perfect fit. So now I'm going to place my thumb and my finger to keep these in check there so they don't come out when you're trying to place your next bobbin arm here. So that feels good, nice and snug. And then I'm going to place my thumb and my finger on that side again. And then I'm going to wiggle these, try them, see how they fit just right. And then you just give it a little pound. Sometimes I like to do this on the table so it all fits nice and snug. Just like that. And then you'll just put it back onto your flyer arm here through the two little holes. And then I like to grab it from back here just so I don't put a lot of like pressure on other stuff. And then you just give it a nice snug fit on there. That's how you do it. So we'll take it apart again. Take it apart so that I can pack it up into my nice thick 3D printer box I just got. Disassembling it kind of feels like playing a game of Jenga. There we go. Okay. fall to the table. Perfect. Just like that. It's just like a puzzle. This piece is a little snug. Perfect. All right. So now that everything is disassembled, I'm going to use this, this foam packaging came with my 3D printer, so I'm going to specially cut it out for you and put everything nice and snug into your box. And I just got some silk cocoons for you for your birthday, and I really hope you had a great birthday, and I really hope you enjoyed this Zakuri wheel. And I would really love to see the silk that you make from this, and it's really cool that I've met a master spinner now. So thank you for everything, and thank you for supporting my small business, Sandy.